Born with the passion to do more for the people and continent of Africa, Kenneth Ize merges traditional crafts with an original perspective on luxury production. He is reviving, reinterpreting, and giving new context to artisan techniques that have given meaning to the West African identity. Yes, today you're highly welcome to our series on fashion billionaires, exactly how they started. I remain Joke Toluwanisetro, a serial entrepreneur majoring in fashion, and I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria. In case you've not watched the previous episodes, please kindly do because this will help you on your ladder to the top. So, grab a cup of coffee and let's go right into this discussion. Yes. Today we are discussing Kenneth Ize. Kenneth Ize is a Nigerian designer born on the 5th of October 1990 in Lagos, Nigeria. But he actually grew up in Austria where he studied fashion and design at the University of Applied Arts, Vienna. Growing up in Austria as a young child, he said he usually listens to a song daily. And this song is by the popular late music Nigerian icon by name Sound Sultan. The song is titled Ajo Ole Dabile, meaning there is no place like home. So he said there was something always haunting him growing up as a child outside his continent, that you have something waiting for you at home. There is something back home for you to do. So, after he graduated in 2013, before he launched his namesake label that same year at the Lagos Fashion Week, he started experimenting with various textiles and doing its background work before he eventually had his first food flared collection in 2016. So for these years, what was Kenneth Ize doing? We have something to learn from here. He said while he returned back to Lagos after his studies for work, he was very new to the city and the system. So what did he do? He wanted to be streetwise. He went into the streets of Lagos, started asking questions from various artisans, craftsmen, those into the production of bags, those making leathers. He will buy leathers from the local markets and make leather bags, leather shoes, and he will experiment with different fabrics because he wanted to create a very stronger brand and he wanted a very strong identity and he wanted to start everything from scratch. So he went into the streets. He started learning this process, although he has learned the advanced process of doing things from Austria, where he came from. But when he came to Nigeria, he knew he had to learn the way it's done here because this is where I want to build my factory and I have the mind of building from scratch. So he went into the streets, learned different things from different artisans, and this helped him a lot when he started up his first factory, fashion factory, somewhere in Kwara State, Ilorin, and he employed different artisans. I'm still going to tell you his major strength, what he works on, his textile that he works on. So let's pause a while here and learn a lesson. That's why we are in this discussion. When you want to start something, do you care to know the in thing, the grassroots? Do you go to the very beginning of that thing? Do you mingle with those on the streets doing this? There's what we call being streetwise. So many persons just work in the corporate world. They don't know what is happening on the streets. So that's why you see many persons that work in the corporate world, maybe by the time they are retiring into something, they will get duped of their hard earned money because they don't know how those guys on the streets work. and they wouldn't know how to really flow with them. They are just going to swindle them of their hard-earned money, and they are going to really make life unbearable for them. So this guy, it came down to the level, went about seeking who does this, who knows how to do this best, who is good at this craft, because this is what I want to use to build my brand. I want to build a brand that is really African, and I have to know those that are really good at this so that I will get the best of experience with my workers. I will get the best of quality, and I'll be able to deliver the best to the world. I think this is one thing we should think of. Whatever you want to do, and for you to get to the top in life, you have to go back to the basics, to the origin. So, what is Kenneth Ize doing that is differently? Is going back to the origin. Is creating his statements making pieces from traditional Nigeria handwoven fabrics known as ashoke, and is using traditional tailoring techniques that are usually not seen with this material, making garments like double-breasted coats, flared trousers, and blazers, funnel tops, structured dresses, and sharp cut coats. And this is very new to the world, and the world is buying into this is crazy innovation that is making from a craft that is almost dying. So it's preserving a heritage craft that has been around for centuries, essentially taking a dying craft and propelling it on full display in his collections. And he's been able to gain global recognition for this. He has had popular celebrities like Naomi Campbell wear his designs, and in September 2019, he was actually named on the LVMH Prize finalist. And this has captured the global fashion attention for Kenneth Ize. So this guy goes to the grassroots, works with various artisans, and develops various techniques of working on our ancient West African handwoven fabric and bringing it to the world in the latest modern way, and the world are buying into it. Is very interested in what? In supporting the local textile industries. Could you believe he has already built his first factory, just like I told you earlier on, in Kwara State, in Ilorin, and he works with various artisans from different parts of Nigeria, from Kogi State, from Kwara State, from Lagos, and he even brings some. He has a place where he's working in Lagos, Yaba. He brings some of these artisans from the local villages down to the city, training them, working with them. So he really has passion to grow the local textile industry. What a lesson for everyone on this discussion today. Are you thinking community? Are you thinking collaboration? Are you thinking of reviving the supply chains of the various commodities that are found in your locality? Or are you just thinking of getting it from somewhere, getting it from other continents, whereby you can build your own country, you can build your own continent, and by the time you do that, you cut all additional expenses that would have come with you importing from other parts of the world. So this is what this young designer is doing. Is he wants to grow the textile industry right here in Africa, in Nigeria, and he started in his own small ways, helping local artisans. You know, in his own very words, he said, honestly speaking, I was really never going to be a designer. He says, I just love clothes. Growing up, one of his biggest inspirations was choosing fabrics with his mother for her handmade outfits. So, what can you learn from this? His passion is actually in fabrics. He's into fabric sourcing. And that was the first thing he did when he came down after his studies in Austria to Nigeria. He started looking for, asking questions, going to the nook and cranny, getting people that are really into the production of these fabrics. It is either for leather, for bags, leather shoes, for different outfits. So is good. That is his own strength. Fabric sourcing. And we have various aspects of fashion. We have fabric artistry. Some persons just know how to merge different fabrics. Some know how to source for fabrics. You can see that this is his own strength. He knows how to source for fabrics. So how are you building on your own strengths on the industry to take you to the top? Knowing how to source for fabrics is his strength, and he's building on it. He's working with various artisans, various craftsmen. He's working with design groups, and he's training them, changing their mindset, teaching them modern ways of doing things that are ancient and bringing great innovation into our ancient heritage. And by so doing, you see, the supply chain in Africa is going to grow. And Africa is not just going to become a continent of what? Of consumers, but you are going to be people that are even exporting all our wares and all that we produce here to other continents of the world, and they are going to be paying for our finished products, not just raw materials. And by so doing, what? Our balance of trade is going to change, and you are going to be part of such persons that effected the change, and you're going to get to the top of the industry. So this is a lesson for us to learn. What are you doing differently? Are you just good at the act of fabric sourcing or fabric artistries? Do you know how to match colors? Are you good at color blogging? Do you know how to do your embellishments? Do you know what is called detailing? Are you good at detailing? Or are you a good manager? You can manage the processes. You're good in the control unit. You just have one skill that you're bringing to the table, and you major on the skills. You harness every other skills together. You work with a community of people. You build a tribe of people. You collaborate with suppliers. You collaborate with designers. You collaborate with artisans. You just don't feel I can do it alone. You see people like Givenchy and people that have made it in the fashion world. That's what they do. So this is what you see with great designers that you hear of today. People like Givenchy, Christian Dior, Balenciaga, and the likes. You see that they have various segments. They went into various segments of fashion. They'll have the accessories, they'll have those making the bags, they'll have those making the shoes. Even Givenchy went as far as collaborating with other industry. He went into upholstery, he went into car making, and so many other things like this. So this is how to leverage on other segments of the fashion industry to take you to the top, as well as other sectors of the economy to help you get to the top. We can see someone like Kenneth Ize is somebody that is really, really open in this aspect. According to him, he said he's open to investors because he wants to do lots more in the next years, like in the next 5 years ahead of him. He wants to tap into furniture, he wants to invest, he wants to tap into a book, he wants to tap into so many things. And that is why he said he has to be open. He even said he's open to investors and he's open to work with people. So do you have an open mind, or do you feel permit me, when I'm always on this discussion, I'll always talk to African women and African designers that are always thinking solo themselves, just me. I want to do this. You cannot get to the top that way. How many things can you alone do? You have to learn how to collaborate. You have to learn how to create a community of people that you work together with, a community of people that you grow together. And by so doing, you'll be able to excel. I think I've spoken a lot on this in some other of my videos, so that it's not be as if I'm just repeating myself. So I'd like you to watch those videos as well. So Kenneth Ize attributes his sense of color, which he has become immediately recognized for, because he uses bold colors and sharp colors, matching colors like that, to what he learned from his mother. That he said when they were going to church those days when he was young, his mother did a lot of mix and match, and he enjoyed choosing the fabrics, going out sourcing for fabrics with his mom, choosing the colors that will be used for the production of his mother's outfit. And this was how he discovered his passion. So passion It's something that is inborn in you, and you once you discover it, you grow it. So we can see that Kenneth Ize discovered and nurtured his talent into ideas and innovations needed within a civilization, which has earned him global reputation and making real profits and money for him. So, what is that passion of yours? So, you just discover and nurture that your passion into ideas and innovations that are problem solving, that will create solutions within this civilization, and you be sure you are going to be great for it, and that passion will actually take you to the top. So Kenneth Ize is into the ready to wear space, the RTW space, and he introduced his women's wear in 2019 because majority he discovered that majority of his clients were women. So he started producing women's wear as well. So if you're here and you're interested in going into the RTW, otherwise known as ready to wear world, ready to wear space, that's what we do at Settle Fashion School. We help mentor startups to navigate their path to the top in this world of RTW via professional mentorship guidance that will help you attain the greatest of success in the world of ready to wear. So you can just reach out to us on the numbers showing below. And as usual, I would like to hear from you. What are you? What's your position in the fashion industry right now? Or are you just about starting your brand and you feel I can't make it? I want to tell you, you can make it. These people we're talking about, they started one day. So it's not too late to start. Or have you started and you failed many times? No, you were never a failure until you've accepted that you have failed. So I want you to know you can actually make it. Just re-strategize and start all over again. Go for the needed mentorship guidance, and you will see that everything will be turned around into that great ideas that will lead you to the top. Yes. So, and that's just it on today's discussion. Let me hear from you in the comment section below. So, till I come your way next time, I remain Cheke, Tulu, and etc. Catch you. Love you. Bye bye.